Ladies and Jedis, how are we doing? Well, if you remember last week, I did this to this, and I have not touched it since because, well, you know, competing priorities. So, I'm going to have a stab at it today, and I would indeed like to thank you all for we've hit the 1,000 subscribers, so thank you so much for that. And also, our contributors came up with some absolutely brilliant and practical and sensible suggestions. I think Michael's was new case, would solve the difficulty ideally, and Thunderbird 650, well, and Michael as well for that matter, suggested upholsterer's foam, which is, I would have to say, probably the best thing to do. But hey, where's the fun in that? So, let's have a look, see what's going on. Well, we'll remove the instrument. Yeah, I say that fried light stays nice and slippy for a long time. Actually, it's not as bad as I thought, and I reckon, I wonder if I can lift this. Ooh. I can. Right, okay, I'm not going to move it anymore. And I'm actually not terribly disappointed. So I think there's a couple of areas, obviously, that need sinking. I know. I shouldn't even be bothering, should I? I should just do something sensible, but what's life without a bit of a science project? So, what I think I'll do is I'll drop the guitar back in, and I'll draw around it, and there are two areas that I want to shallow out. This, as it turns out, the body packing, whatever you want, is but probably about the right depth. So I'm happy enough with that, and it even comes up inside the comfort curve here. So that is going to be a very, very snug fit. And this is actually probably smoother than it looks. So what I do want to do is obviously I want to create a smooth channel for the neck. So I'm just going to try using a variety of different tools, or maybe sandpaper, or just see whatever comes to hand. And also I do want to take a bit out of the headstock because, of course, I don't want the headstock to totally touch down, which it looks like at the moment it is doing. Yes, it certainly is. So I do want a little area hollowed out there. So we'll get the pen out and get some tools, and I'll update you in a little while. So I've bunged an actual Strat in there, and it's yes, so that fits okay. And I've drawn a little line around it because it will be a strap that's going in there. So looks like a crime scene, doesn't it? Eh? You know, yes, this is where he landed. Right, let's get cracking. Right, so I'm reasonably happy with the way that that's turned out. I just used a Stanley knife, and it cuts fairly readily, and that is a great shape. I do need more support under the neck, for which I'll put in the cling filmed strap-shaped instrument. And one of our other contributors had an excellent idea, which was to put some spacers at the bottom of the guitar to keep it at the right height, and then just fill the whole damn thing with as much of this gap filler as it will take, and close the lid and just wait for it to ooze out, and then obviously cut the excess off with the saw. Like I say, it does cut readily with a Stanley knife. So, being happy enough with that, I'm now going to do a bit of filler on the bottom. I'm also interested in filling in these bits around the edge. So I'm going to have to think of some way to keep the cut out bits cut out, probably cling film too, I guess. Anyway, see what happens. Well, I'm quite happy actually with this, the way it's turned out. I'm now going to, so it's Tuesday, just after 3. So now what I'm going to do to make sure that the two don't, so whether this will work, I mean, who knows, but it's, you know, it's worth a go. I've started, so I'll finish, as somebody famous said. So I'm going to cover this in cling film, this side here, just so that the damn thing doesn't glue itself together. Ooh. And I'm going to then put some more of this filler stuff in the top, and I'm going to close the lid. No, I'm not going to lock the lid too. I'm just going to, you know, flop it down, so to speak, and then I'm going to leave, because it does say leave it for 24 hours, because I didn't read the instructions last time. I expected it obviously to happen instantly, which it clearly does not. I think that one's empty. So, yeah, that one's done. So what have I spent so far? I've spent making sure you can see the can. So I've spent about 2, 4, 6. Well, I've not spent a tenner, that's for sure. I've spent probably about, I know I've spent £6 on Gorilla, and I think, I've spent a tenner. I've spent a tenner. Cling film, well, I suppose you could add that in as well about, oh, there you go. So, £11.20. So let's give this a jolly good filling up. It's 11. And that is the end of that. Obviously, with it being expanding, I'm hoping. Oh, bugger! I was a blind. With it being expanding, obviously, I'm rather hoping that it won't push any of the cling film over to the side. We may just need another tin. Yeah, so I was £10 towards a new case and no bother. So that's going on there. Ooh, that's warm. Oh, it's warm because it's been over the radiator. Right, I'll see you tomorrow. After I've been to the dentist for an extraction. See you in the morning-ish, probably. So, just back from the dentist, I've had an extraction, so if I'm talking slightly strangely, or, you know, more, or less. And so I haven't opened this, it's been 24 hours, and I want you to see it as I see it, come hell or thingies, what's it? So, let's have a look. Oh dear, hang on, that's not good. Oh, come on. Right. It seems that I might have buried a guitar in here, but I put cling film on so that it wouldn't gum itself up, or at least that was the intention. Oh, okay. So, certainly the contributors that suggested using ordinary upholsterer's foam to line it with, they were on the money. and I was absolutely not, because that does look like, well, actually I'm not quite sure what it looks like, but it looks like a baking experiment that may have gone slightly wrong. And I suppose to all intents and purposes it is really. Right, so I'm going to pull this out, trim out what I can. I'll tidy up as best as possible. But I can see already, obviously, as can you, that this area here certainly requires more material. Fortunately, I bought another one, which actually means that it's going to be another 24 hours. So I will get this, yeah. So I'll tell you what, here's what we'll do, because I'm on the hoof here. So I'll tidy this up as best as possible, and then I'll show you the tidied bit. But then I can certainly see, as can you, that we're going to have to put some more expanding custard pie in here. And so the very, very final result will be on the following Wednesday, 1 week today. So I'm going to tidy it up, see how things fit, and then show you what it looks like before I do that final little bit of filling in. And then we'll have a little chat about it, and right, let's do that. Hang on, you've got to see this. Right, so as you know, I filmed this in and cut a bit out and whatever, and now it's just so I just opened it to take I just got hold of the guitar to take it out. Yeah, but it seems that the guitar is somewhat encapsulated therein, and the foam has gone right around the top of the damn thing, and of course around the bottom of the thing. So yes, so a bit of cutting first, and then I'll show you how near we can get. Okay, so trimming up has now been done, and I have to say I'm pretty happy with this, because the entire raison d'etre that the guitar case exists is to protect your guitar. And the best way that we can do it is by making sure that there's no movement once the guitar is in there. What I'm particularly happy about is the neck groove there. Although it's quite shallow, it serves its purpose, and it is absolutely perfect. The tools I used, other than the Gorilla filler, were, of course, the trusty Stanley knife. Got one of those. I super sharpened a large kitchen knife, which is absolutely terrific. I took the top surface off using a combination of regular, these are a couple of quid from your local cheap shops. And the other thing that I used to flatten out the areas that were proud, that I wanted obviously to be lower, especially in the headstock area, because you need to make sure that where your headstock sits, that it doesn't totally touch down to the bottom of the material. And I use this is called an Anza. Anybody who's done any paintwork or home decorating will probably be familiar with this tool. So that was it. Would I recommend it? Would I recommend it? In a word, no, I would not. The sensible option was to use upholsterer's foam. However, it is very, very much a bespoke fit, and I do feel very, very, very confident that it will protect the guitar, which is, let's face it, what a guitar case is all about. Now, as we know, I lined this with cling film, so I'm rather hoping that this will pull out without too much trouble. I'm not going to do it now because I still have to put more material in here, and there will be a little sculpting out to do on this on this top area here for the knobs and what have you. And what I would like to do in an ideal world is carve it out so that there's actually a space for the whammy bar, because it's not going to have a cubby hole in it. I suppose I could make one here. Maybe I'll do that. But certainly I will show you the finished result next Wednesday. So at the weekend, what have we got coming at the weekend? There's always something nice at the weekend. So have a lovely rest of the week, and I'll see you on Saturday. So it's adios amigos, and take care my friends. I'll see you soon. Ta-ra.